In recent decades, millions of Vietnamese immigrants have fled to Cambodia to escape poverty and human rights violations in their homeland. But without citizenship, they lack access to stable incomes and basic necessities like clean water, healthcare, and education. Human traffickers prey on their desperation, and many poor Vietnamese and Cambodian families resort to drastic measures to survive, even selling their children into slavery and prostitution. Researchers estimate that more than 1/3 of the prostitutes in Cambodia are children. It is a horrifying reality, yet there is hope for these children. ASAP Ministries operates about 100 schools in Cambodia and across Southeast Asia that are committed to protecting and educating children and sharing God's love with them and their families. Even children who have fallen victim to trafficking are not beyond the reach of these schools. Many have found escape and restoration with the help of courageous, caring ASAP teachers. Pastor Pham Quoc Khan started the Cambodia Adventist Vietnamese School to help illiterate Vietnamese immigrants in Phnom Penh and introduce them to the gospel. Today, the school is thriving, and countless lives have been changed through the labors of Pastor Khan and his staff.
Many of the children, Vietnamese children in Cambodia, they are in danger. Most of the girls, when they grow up, they are working in the bar or in the massage place. The boys, they are running around the street.
Abigail Lee knows all too well the dangers these children face. After her father died, Abigail was forced into prostitution at the age of 12 to help support her mother and 5 siblings. She thought there was no way out until, through a divine encounter, she learned about Pastor Khan in his school. Her mother agreed to register her, and immediately, Abigail's life changed for the better.
When I first came here, I was only 13 years old, and I did not know how to read and write at all. The school taught me how to read and write.
The teachers at the school became like family to Abigail, and the songs that she learned about Jesus were like medicine for her aching soul. But then, her mother suddenly moved the family to Siem Reap, more than 5 hours away. Abigail was heartbroken. Things got even worse when she learned the reason for her move. Her mother was planning to sell her as a bride to a man from Taiwan. Abigail refused to go along with the plan, and she began to pray that God would spare her from this fate. One morning, as Abigail and her mother were making their way to the market in Siem Reap, they were surprised to meet Pastor Khan. He and some of his students were in the area for an ASAP training. He invited Abigail and her mother to attend, and they did. Abigail learned that her friends and teachers had never stopped praying for her, and after the second day of the camp, her mother allowed her to return to Phnom Penh to attend school again. God answered Abigail's prayers, and she later became the kindergarten teacher at the Cambodia Adventist Vietnamese School, sharing with her young students about the God who heard her pleas for help and rescued her.
I was so happy when I became a teacher. I love to teach. I am happy when I teach because I can also take care of the children. When I was young like them, I did not receive good care from my parents. I want to give them the care that a child deserves. But what makes me happiest is that I can tell the children about God. Every day, I teach them Bible stories and memory verses.
Abigail's transformation from marginalized to missionary happened because of the prayers and compassion of Pastor Khan and the staff at the Cambodia Adventist Vietnamese School. And there are thousands more Abigails in Southeast Asia waiting to be rescued, waiting for someone to speak up for them, and longing for security and healing. They can find all this in Jesus through the influence of the godly teachers at the ASAP mission schools. But they need your help to get there. Will you be their advocate? Will you commit to praying for their safety and salvation? Will you give to ASAP's education fund so that they can experience the life-changing power of God's love? Because Jesus is coming soon. Now, more than ever, mission matters.